Minister is coming back to power, and she says he's going to do so with good majority. Listen to what she said there.
I wish to take this opportunity to just lay the path before us, which would be something the industry can mull over, and sometime soon after the government is formed post-election. And let me say here, we are confident that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is coming back with a good majority. And therefore, soon after the government is formed, we look forward to a more pointed engagement with the CII to see what best can be done in the July budget, which will be the full year's budget, because what happened on 1st February, as you all know, was a vote on account. It just takes care of the expenditure for the first quarter till such a time the new budget is presented.
Well, that's what we got from the Finance Minister. Here's what the External Affairs Minister, S. Shankar, has said at the same CII Business Summit. He has gone ahead and emphasized the importance for India to push ahead with its manufacturing agenda that he says is the cornerstone for any development in any nation. He's also gone ahead and spoken about immigration policies around the world, how much it's easier for the Indian workforce to immigrate. But he says it's important that they do their due diligence as well. Listen in to a small portion of what the External Affairs Minister said at the summit.
In many ways, we are actually going through the perfect storm. For India, the task is to mitigate its impact on itself and contribute to stabilizing the world to the extent possible. Both exports and imports, access to raw materials, or even stability of tourism has been utilized to exert political pressure, driving countries to re-look at the working of globalization and to devise their own solutions. The importance of manufacturing. You know, I think a lot of the migration challenges which you are going through in Europe, you would not have those with Indians. I mean, this is not a remark on anybody else, but if you look by and large, I mean, Indians are disciplined, hardworking, family-centered, professional, real contributors to the country, society, and economy where they are. So I would actually urge very strongly that when countries look out at the world for potential partners, they shouldn't have a one-size-all kind of approach. I think, like you would do due diligence in business, please do due diligence about countries as well, about people.
Several luminaries were present at the CII summit, and we had a chance to hear from several of them, not just politics, but of course from the world of business and industry. So let's just get you excerpts of what people like Uday Kotak and Sanjeev Bajaj have been speaking there.
Both the stability aspect and financing for growth aspect. So when market participants evaluate the actions of regulators and the government, they need also to bear in mind that the challenges before both these entities are twofold and are very delicate. Sometimes it's important, given our marathon that we are running with respect to development, that we keep stability as much and we give it as much importance as we give it to growth dimensions of the financial markets.
Desire to build a capital markets-led model, we do not forego the concept of stability. As India goes forward, India must nurture investors, nurture capital markets, and make sure that we provide significant ability for capital formation. India is in such a unique position that after the US, we have the opportunity to use the capital market intermediation to build the financing of India's future.
It's equally important for business to know what is the roadmap of the government in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, with respect to our political alignments. Because eventually, if business is going to raise capital, is going to put that money to work, is going to build economies of scale, this takes time. If there are significant changes in that period of time, it can completely disrupt the entire investment cycle and hence completely disrupt growth. And that's where, to me, when we talk about ease of doing business, we talk about the cost of doing business, credit is there to our government in the last 10 years that they've done a large amount of work in this area. What we need now is to together help with whatever level of visibility and certainty is possible, because nobody has a crystal ball, we know that, of what are the kinds of business lines we should focus on for the next 10 years, where our policies would remain consistent. What are the type of business lines we must focus on the second decade from now, which means we need to start seeding those in the next 10 years.
So that's what we got from Sanjeev Bajaj as well. And of course, there are a string of luminaries from the world of business and industry who are speaking to us. In fact,
if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.